I've been thinking about this a lot, but the whole concept of religion and the whole concept of different faiths, and the funny thing about the Abrahamic religions, as somebody who's Jewish, observing religion, and I've kind of never been super religious, but I've observed it. I've observed the practices. Sometimes I don't really get. I get why people fight, because I think we're animals, and I think ultimately that's why there's so much brutal history with religion of every religion has like my religion has, telling people this is the way to think. See, that is the problem with all religions. It's not just Judaism, Islam, it's just all of these Abrahamic religions. All religions do this. And they all preach the same shit really universally. So I don't really understand, and it isn't necessarily if none of them are true or not. I actually think belief in God is important for human mental health. I actually believe that having a faith and believing in a higher power is a very good thing, and spiritually it's great. Here's where the problem lies, where I don't like it in regards to semen retention, the nofap community, or staying sober, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say, like staying away from sexual immorality. That is important, and I think if believing in God and believing in your faith, if that helps you have a better life, and that's good and that's great. But the whole problem I'm having with religion and the whole concept of a lot of this stuff is that it's like Christians push their agenda with this. They take semen retention, they take sexual immorality. All of it can be argued in pretty much every single religion. Judaism, there's an argument for it. I mean, it's as much as there's a lot of men who don't practice it, and there should be. The effects of sexual immorality are certainly terrible on a spiritual level, mental level. I mean, the addiction to the addiction to pornography is really damaging to the brain. I don't care what the scientists say. The scientists are full of shit. This is where I'm also going to mention that religion is important, because if you don't have a higher power, if you don't have somebody to tell you, somebody up there to tell you what is right and what is wrong, you are going to do things that are not right. That's just the reality. So the problem I have with the Muslim faith, the Judaism, and Christianity is that they all fundamentally preach the same thing, pretty much the same concepts, but they just say you have to believe in whatever prophet, pretty much, because Judaism would be the prophet of Moses. We love Moses. We pretty much talk about how he was, because he's the person who led our people from Egypt. A lot of the times, the biggest problem I have with Judaism and in the Jewish faith as a Jew is the victim shit. It's just it's time to stop being little pussy-ass victims, in my opinion, with Judaism. It's time to fucking, stand up for our rights and stand up for our country, and, I'm not fucking gonna, say, oh, Israel is doing bad things. It's I don't give a fuck, dude. Every fucking religion has done bad things, and we have the right to fucking have that land, and if it pisses people off, then fuck them. That's what I say. I don't give a shit about how messed up it is. It's every country does fucked up things. U.S. does messed up things. Saudi Arabia does messed up things. So I am pro my people. I am for my people because I am a Jew. And that's just how it is. I don't give a fuck, what other faiths say, or whether it's right or wrong. This version of God is what I believe in. And that's fine. And here's the thing. Your version of God is great too. Your truth is great too. We don't have to fight. We don't have to argue it, because it's ridiculous. Oh, Islam, that there's only way, read the Quran, this way of this thinking is, we got to do that. All religions say this shit. My religion is hypocritical of it too. All religions argue this shit. And a lot of the time, this is why I don't even want to discuss it with certain people, because they are so connected to this close-minded way of thinking where they're dogmatic. They're just I'm not here to tell you Judaism is right for you. I'm not here to tell you it's the one way. And I think that's the difference between, even though there is some Jews who probably do it, there isn't as much dogmatic shit in Judaism as there is in the other two Abrahamic faiths. The other Abrahamic faiths have been guilty of murdering people who just didn't want to fucking believe their shit. They didn't agree with it. So they were like, oh, Jews don't necessarily believe that Jesus was the Messiah. They have that right. And the Christians, they perfectly have that right to believe that, and they can, and Muslims, vice versa, they have the right to believe that. But what I don't believe is that they have the right to enforce those beliefs by murdering people, persecuting. I think persecution is wrong, and it's just as bad as sexual immorality. It's evil. Like, persecution in the past is just as evil. I don't really care for Catholicism. Not because Catholics are wrong. I have no problem with what they believe. In fact, I like a lot of the stuff that Catholics preach. I like a lot of the stuff, the philosophical stuff that Muslim religion preaches. I like a lot of these religious concepts. That being said, I don't necessarily believe that just subscribing to that religion automatically absolves me of who I am as a Jew. And it's like, I desire to just be left alone. And I think that's what Jews want. Like, we just want to be able to, we've always just wanted to be left the fuck alone. We never fucking wanted to tell you, oh, you can't believe this. That's the whole point, is that Judaism has always been very open-minded to other faiths, but, you know, from a distance. We don't want to convert to your fucking religion. We don't give a shit. We don't care about your beliefs. Believe whatever you want. We don't need to be, you don't need to force your beliefs on us. That's why I think that's where Judaism differs with other faiths, is that these other faiths seems to be constantly obsessed with telling other people that they're correct. And then they get mad when other people say, you know, no, you know, we want to live our lives, just leave us the fuck alone. And then that's when shit gets all shady, you know, like that's when shit gets all messy and you get into this horrible debate, and it gets very tribal, because at the end of the day, it's not about, you know, whether these beliefs are true or not. It's about control. And that's what I realized about Islam, especially, and Christianity especially too, in regards to the belief system that Catholics have. Like, Catholics have a very strict way of thinking, and it's like, you have to think this way or you're going to hell, and it's immoral, and that's fine. That's fine. Like, if you want to believe that, that's fine. If you want to believe that, but fuck that. I mean, fuck what you think. I'm not here to fucking, I don't care what you believe. Go ahead and believe whatever the fuck you want. Don't make other people believe what you believe, just because your way of thinking. I disagree with any way of thinking that says, this is the moral way of thinking. This is the only way. This is the only way you go. Otherwise you're going to hell. Like, that's the stupidest shit. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my God. Oh, you know, like, you think if you created the fucking universe, if you're a being that can, you know, literally control everything, see everything, be omniscient, why would you, that is the most stupid thing, and that's more human. That's why I'm saying these religions have nothing to do, these religions have, these rules that religions say, it doesn't really matter if you believe in them or not. It's just the fact that you believe in a God. Believe in a God that works for you. Do it in a way that works for you. Have a belief system that makes your life better. And you don't need to, and that can be a personal thing between you and God. And it doesn't matter what faith you have, as long as you're a moral person. A moral person that practices the right practices. You're not going to go to hell if you don't believe in a certain religion, or if you weren't born in a certain thing. That's where atheists get it right. Here's the thing. This is where the atheists are right about. So, while some of my friends might disagree with me here, that's fine. You have the right to do that. You don't have to agree with everything I said. I don't have to give a shit what you think. I don't have to fucking agree with your faith. You don't have to agree with mine. Vice versa. We need to just remember that, you know, the ability to coexist and just live our lives should be more important than trying to get other people to agree with everything that we believe, because I think it's really silly, and it's the same thing as the fucking liberal shit. Like, oh, I need everyone to fucking agree with me, otherwise I'm gonna cancel them. If you don't believe what I do, if you don't believe that there's 20 genders, which I don't fucking believe, I don't fucking believe in that shit. I believe in certain levels of biology, like certain basic principles of biology, not like I don't fucking believe them dogmatically. I'm not here to fucking force it upon you. If you want to fucking transition and cut your dick off at fucking when you're 20 years old, when you're a kid, when you're an adult, not when you're a kid, that's perfectly fine. I don't give a shit. Just don't fucking bring other people into it. Don't fucking force people to fucking believe your bullshit. no matter what it is. Fucking pronouns. Oh, you gotta have my pronouns. Fuck your stupid pronouns. I don't give a fuck about pronouns. I don't fucking like nouns. I don't like pronouns. I never fucking cared for fucking nouns. I always thought that shit was so complicated anyway. I never fucking cared for it. I don't fucking understand it. I don't give a fuck. You don't fucking force that shit on other people. If you want to fucking do that, go fucking move. In my opinion, fucking people who fucking like want to dictate others, like build your own fucking colony. Go and start a cult. Go, if you want people to fucking believe what you want to believe so bad, go and start a cult. You know, it's just fuck that shit. Don't fucking believe what you want to believe. Be free and believe in God and get rid of sexual immorality. It shouldn't be any more complicated than that. Anyway, peace.